good.
I couldn't keep it going like.
Yeah.
Our first date.
First date.
Spoiler alert.
It was in a concrete lab.
And we ended up getting married. So no matter what you hear about this date, I recovered.
That's true.
So Whitney and I had been courting.
Well, we hadn't like gone out yet. We were just.
Whitney and I had been courting. It had been.
You just said it was our first date.
It was our first date, but we had not gone on a date until we had known each other for
quite some time.
And I wanted to
Make it at a place memorable.
And
So
it
why
was.
not a concrete lab?
So that wait a second. That's like not a spoiler. That's leading them into the wrong direction. I know it's the road not taken.
It was the road that was taken.
No, I mean so we were supposed to go to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because Whitney, I wanted her to learn how to choke me out. Not for any.
True story.
But I wanted her to learn how to protect herself and be confident. You know, I thought it would be fun. Plus, I wanted you to be
right.
top of me.
That happened later.
That happened later, and then I was going to take her to the Chop House in Denver, which is an awesome freaking restaurant. Yeah. So I had all these plans, and all of a sudden I had to do this major project over at the company that I was working for at the time on a new concrete mix that I had designed. And you know, we weren't getting this concrete product out because of the cost. People just couldn't appreciate it, and really everybody was working overtime to answer the need in the industry.
Sure.
So picked Whitney up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I was like, hey, we just got to go do this mix real quick. You know, to do one of these mixes was a few $1,000s, and it wasn't a big mix.
Right.
It was a cubic foot.
Something like that.
Cubic foot and a half, and the trick with the mix was, it's not that you had to make up the mix. Normally with ASTMC 192, the method for mixing and making concrete in the lab, it's, what is it, an 8 minute?
8 minutes, yeah.
8 minutes of total mixing time,
right.
And then you have 10 or 15 minutes to do all the testing. So when it comes down to it, if all the materials are weighed up, which they weren't,
correct.
30 minutes for a normal mix from start to finish.
Then maybe 15 minutes cleanup.
15 minutes cleanup. These mixes were special.
Yes, they were.
We didn't do, and it was like 1.5 feet or 2 feet of 2 cubic feet of concrete, because we had to do tests, fresh property tests, at 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and 90 minutes. So still had to weigh up the materials, which took about half an hour.
Right.
And then cleanup, so that's 2 hours. Then cleanup was about 15 minutes. Then I also had to make samples.
Fighting in there.
Which is about another, so it was really going to be 2.5 hours of work.
He didn't tell me any of this. He just said we need to go do this real quick. So,
thank you.
There we are.
Thank you for marrying me.
You're welcome. You're the one lucky guy.
So, we had this mix. I love you.
I love you too.
So we started doing this mix, and Whitney had one job. That was her job.
Yep.
To hold the flippin' timer.
Did he tell me that I was going to be holding it for 90 minutes and that we were going to be doing measurements
My
at
bad.
10, 30, 60, and 90?
I
No.
might have not said these
No.
exact words,
No.
but I did say, here, hold this.
So, he has me hold it. He says, tell me when it gets to 10 minutes.
Tell me when it gets to 10 minutes.
So, it gets to 10 minutes.
Gets to 10 minutes.
I say it's at 10 minutes.
It's at 10 minutes.
He does his slump.
And unit weight and air
Yep.
and temperature, all four.
I stop the timer.
Are you listening to that?
And a few minutes
Stop the
later-
timer! Sorry, no, I didn't mean to do
Nice
that.
words,
Sorry.
man. First time in a concrete lab, and I'm supposed to know not to stop the
Hold
timer.
this.
So,
Tell me when it gets to 10 minutes. So I'm cleaning up
So
the test that I'm doing, which normally is a 2-person job, but I didn't want to get her nails dirty. So I did everything
Get
by
my nails
myself.
done. Good grief.
Thanks for nothing. And then I said, hey.
That's what he gets for dinner tonight, the timer.
So I said, hey babe, what time are we at?
I say, I don't know. I stop the timer. You didn't tell me that I need to keep the timer going.
Didn't say any of that. She just said.
Let me remind you again. We're going to
I
go
know.
do a mix real quick. Real quick.
You're bringing up old stuff.
Am I?
That's
So-
that's not germane.
So he lost his
I lost my SHIT.
like a freaking champ.
No patience. This was day 1 of Whitney and I working together in the concrete industry, and I freaking blew it.
Yes.
Because Whitney just did a horrible job with her one job. Can you admit that you at least did a
No,
horrible
I will not, because you should have told me what the game plan was.
I actually should have told you what you were supposed to do. I told you my expectations. Hold this and tell me. Not press a button. Did I say press a button?
You
That any time that I
you
ever
show off right now, and we'll just see what happens later on, okay?
So
Thankfully, Jonathan has learned to communicate far better over the years and not get worked up.
I almost
As
broke up
badly.
with Whitney.
You
That
almost
night.
broke up with me.
I almost broke up with you. I seriously.
You were lucky that I stayed there. You were just such a brat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love
I
you.
love you too.
The moral of the story is,
Don't stop the timer and
If-
communicate with your workers.
if you have a great idea and there's a KitchenAid mixer on the counter and that idea is going to yield
No.
more,
No.
there's nothing to do. I still feel like I should have been okay with that concrete mixer or the KitchenAid mixer. That's in the links below too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Be patient, especially if you're working with your wife or your husband and it's the first time that they're playing with
And
concrete.
communicate with
And
them.
communicate.
Tell them the game
And when
plan.
somebody says hold this and tell me, it doesn't mean. I mean that's a side note.
Communication.
Not really germane. Off topic.
Give a little heads up. Agenda for the evening. Not we're gonna go do a mix real quick.
I think this is going to be one of
3
my
hours
favorite
later.
story times. I love you.
I love it too.
Go concrete!
Beat asphalt.